Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're in the kitchen today. It is the Christmas season, right? It's so exciting. Angela loves to make fudge, candies, cookies, everything this time of year. So what she's going to do today is a recipe that she's dreamed up in her head, right? So we've never done this before, but it sounds amazing. I'm ready to try it. I'm ready for her to try it, and I'm ready to eat it. It's a peanut butter pretzel fudge, a little salty, sweet thing going on. So we're going to go over to the stove, and she's going to show you how to get it done, okay?
We have a heavy bottom stainless steel saucepan here. That's what's going to work best for this. And I have a silicone spatula, a heat-proof silicone spatula. And in this pot we have 3 cups, which is about a bag and 3/4 of white chocolate chips. And we have a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So you want to turn your heat on about, if you have a heavy bottom sauce pot, you want to turn your heat on about medium. If it's not so heavy bottom, go medium low. If you've ever had or are a fan of the white chocolate Reese cups, this is probably going to taste similar to that, but add pretzels to it. So to me, I think that's going to be really tasty, because white chocolate and peanut butter go really well together, and pretzels and peanut butter go really well together. So it just made sense in my head that this would work out really well. But you want to keep stirring this, because you don't want it to scorch or burn on the bottom, because white chocolate chips will burn very easily. And you don't want that to happen. So you want to keep this moving until it's all melted together and smooth. That will take just a few minutes. It won't take very long at all, because white chocolate chips also melt very quickly. I'll show you what it looks like when we're there. So once it's all melted, it will get to a point where it's really, really thick. And you will think, this is not going to work. Just keep it on the heat and it will all melt down. And see, now it's a very smooth mixture.
Heat loosens it up.
Now to this, we are going to add 1 teaspoon, roughly measured, of vanilla. And we are going to add a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. I am using smooth. You can use crunchy. It's not going to hurt a thing to use crunchy. Just going to add more chunks to it. So if you like chunks of peanut, go ahead. And we are going to add 1 cup of marshmallow fluff, or marshmallow cream, whichever you call it. And this stuff is very sticky, very hard to get out of the measuring cup. But you can get it out, especially with a silicone spatula. Now you want to mix all this together. And we've still got it over medium heat. That way this can all melt together really well. Now you want to stir it until everything is melted together and smooth. You want it to be very smooth.
No white streaks, right?
No white streaks. And when it starts to look a little closer to smooth, you want to go ahead and turn your heat off. And it will finish by the heat in the pot and in the mixture. And see, I'm about there now. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off. And just going to stir it together until there's no white streaks or no big balls of marshmallow fluff or big balls of peanut butter. And see, it's already becoming a nice thick mixture.
It's getting there pretty quick, isn't it?
White chocolate chips have a tendency to make things stiffen up.
But they're not real chocolate, correct?
Well, it depends on the brand of what you're actually getting. If you get Nestle's, you're getting vanilla flavored chips is all you're getting.
Vanilla flavored chips?
Yes, that's all you're really getting.
For white chocolate, it's
yes,
vanilla flavored?
Pretty much. If you get a good brand, like I'm using Guittard, it is actually white chocolate.
How is that possible? It's all that chocolate was brown.
Well, white chocolate is made from cocoa butter.
Right.
And it's, if you get a good brand like Guittard, it's actual made from cocoa butter, all of that. The cheaper brands, not so much.
Probably gotta have a certain amount of cocoa butter to call it that.
Yes.
And so
Some brands
will have larger amounts of cocoa butter. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So now I'm going to remove this from the heat. Now, before I ever started this, I took some pretzels. This is about 3/4 of a cup of crushed up pretzels. I just put them in a bag, took a mallet, and just gave them a good beat till they were crushed up. And there's some fine stuff, some thicker stuff. That's what you want. Now, I'm going to start putting that in by hand because I don't want to dump in all that dust because it's just gonna clutter up your fudge. It's okay if you get some of that dust in there, but you don't want all of that dust. But your crushed up pretzels should equal about 3/4 of a cup. Now you want to fold those in. If you want to, you can even, once you put it in the pan, you can put a few more on top. You can break up a few more pieces of pretzel on top. Literally just break them up by hand and sprinkle them on top just for looks, basically. Now you want to make sure you get to the bottom and scrape the bottom down. Now we have an 8x8 pan that I've lined with parchment, and I've buttered the parchment. I don't know if you can see that shine or not.
A little shiny.
But I've buttered it. That way it will come out easier. And now we are going to just pour it into the pan. This is going to make a thicker fudge. If you don't want your pieces so thick, you can put it in a larger pan, and it will make thinner pieces and also more pieces. Now you want to spread it out. And at this point, if you want to add some more pretzel pieces on top just for looks, you want to go ahead and break those up and put them on top before it sets up. I am using pretzel sticks. You can use whatever type of pretzels you have in the house or whatever you like to buy. And I'm just literally breaking them up and scattering them. Big pieces, little pieces, whatever. This is, like I said, this is more just for looks. To show you what's in the fudge. Because otherwise, you probably won't know that there's pretzels in there. Until you take a bite. And you can put as many or as few as you want on top. I'm just going to put just a few. Just scatter them around like pretzel confetti. Although I wouldn't recommend throwing this at somebody or throwing this in the air. I think the salt would get somebody's eyes. And I'm throwing pretzels everywhere. Now you want to take your hands, push those pretzels down in. I just put a few. You can put as many as you want on top. You want to push them down in so that they don't fall off when you're trying to eat it. That way they don't fall off. Now you want to let this set up. You can let it set up in the refrigerator for about an hour to 2 hours, or you can let it set up at room temperature. That will take more like 3 to 4 hours, but we'll be back and show you how good it is when it's done.
It's good looking fudge, man. Big good. Set up nicely. Is this my piece right here? It's a log.
If you want it.
Looks really good though.
It did set up beautifully.
It did. Now it's been a little while, right? I mean,
yeah, but I let it set up at room temperature.
Yeah,
I didn't put it in the refrigerator. I didn't put it in the refrigerator.
Alright. Looks great though. Time to taste it. Oh, look at that. Good fudge. Right? Perfect. See? Look at that. You did a great job, Angie.
Is it that salty sweet combo?
Yeah, I mean, look, the pretzels inside aren't crunchy inside. You don't want them to be. Obviously, they're going to absorb some moisture from the mixture that's around them. But it does cut down the sweetness a little bit. It gives you a good balance, good flavor. Peanut butter, white chocolate, Absolutely tastes just like it. It tastes like you're eating a white chocolate covered Reese's cup. Maybe a little pretzel in it. Outstanding. Really is. Okay, so that's really easy, super simple fudge that you can make in absolutely no time. It didn't take us very long to make it at all. When I say us, I mean Angela, because I held the camera. But it was very easy to make. So if you're looking for a quick and easy fudge for a Christmas party this year, or just for the heck of it, this one's a winner. You ought to try and make it. All right. So thank y'all for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Angela K. Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.